What is going on, everybody? Jacob here, and we are, of course, about to play Spider-Man PS4. But I am also joined by Nick. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really excited for this. This should be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So I've never done this before. I have always wanted to play video games online just because I really do love video games, but I'm more of a fan of story-based games, not so much.
I'm in that same wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm not a big online multiplayer guy. I'm more, hey, let's play a story-based game and let's do that sort of stuff. So I've really wanted to actually sit down and play some of these story-based games, and I'm really looking forward to doing this one because I love this game. It was a lot of fun when it first came out.
I played the hell out of this game when it first came out. I remember I lived with two housemates at the time, and we had one copy between the three of us. And it was a war.
Well, I remember taking the day off work so that I could play this. I was so looking forward to it, guys. We're in the chat. Hey, Malcolm, in the chat. We're just gonna start before we start playing the game. I want to have a bit of a dialogue with you guys. So, Malcolm, thank you so much for joining us. Let us know what. Have you ever played this game before? Are you excited to watch the story of this game? Do you not know the story of the game? Because we're going to try and not do spoilers, just so that some people are able to experience for the first time. But guys, we also have a Streamlabs down in the description below. And if you are able to click that link and if you are able to donate, if you are the top donator for the month, you will actually be able to pick what the next video game I play is. So guys, down below, go donate. PJ Campbell is currently the top donator with $25. And I do want to shout out D-Train, who donated $1 last time during our last bracket. What was that bracket for? And I've just completely mind blanked. So that's always fun. During our Marvel bracket. D-Train was the one. It is 7 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, D-Train was the one. He donated $1. So I do want to say thank you. We missed that before we finished off the show. So I do want to say thank you. And Taylor will say thank you tomorrow in our next stream when we do our scores bracket. Guys, just also want to give you a heads up. Taylor will at some point maybe venture in here and join us. She's currently asleep. So
fair enough.
Yeah, it is 7 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday morning for us to be able to do this. So guys, I'm really excited to play this. Shout out in the comments if you want to just have a conversation. That's what the whole point of this show is, just to really be a more laid back, more personal, I want to talk to you guys. I want to actually know who you guys are and find out who of our fans are actually watching and joining us.
And game fans too,
yeah.
I say.
All right, guys, let us kick off. Let's kick off with Spider-Man PS4. Gonna start brand new game. I'm gonna be friendly just because
there's no shame. I always play games on never the easiest, but always the second option, because especially story-based games, I find I don't want to get completely destroyed to start. I want to experience, and then you go back and
well, that's why I love New Game Plus, because you're able to actually go back.
So great, yeah. I remember when this was announced at E3 and the absolute excitement there was for it. And I feel like it's one of those rare games that actually held up to what we actually got to see at E3. I was very, very impressed with what we got.
What is so impressive about a game like this is that, it's Sony kind of realizing this is what's going to sell consoles. So they just basically go, you have an unlimited budget. You can do whatever you want with it. I really love this opening shot because it so clearly instantly establishes who he is and gives us that, no, it's actually he's been Spider-Man for years. I really love the idea that they actually decided, no, we're not telling his origin story. He's been Spider-Man. He is Spider-Man. He's been Spider-Man for several years at this point. He has a history. I really think that was a smart idea. I love this version of Spider-Man. I think he is. Yeah. I think this is actually probably one of the most quintessential versions of Spider-Man we've gotten yet. And it's just such a well-made, even there, the cracks in the laptop and just the way that they do it. It's just so incredible.
And it's that perfect blend. It's the perfect amount. This game as well has the perfect amount of Peter Parker, perfect amount of Spider-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, here he goes. He's waking up.
All units, level 4 mobilization. Location, Fisk Tower.
Fisk? How good. No licensing restraints on characters.
No,
we get
do
Wilson
whatever
Fisk.
you want. Like, it's great. Absolutely fantastic. Also, I think Yuri as Spider-Man, as Peter Parker, is incredible. The actor who plays, who does the voice, the motion capture and the voice for Spider-Man, he is absolutely incredible. He really is manages to find that unique balance that I don't think we've really seen outside of maybe Tom Holland, where they're able to get both so perfectly.
Yes.
SWAT is 1084 at Fisk Tower. All units stand by. Warrant is en route.
Alrighty. Let's watch as Jacob sucks at video games.
You know, I had an idea for a gaming channel that was just called I Suck at Gaming. That was my whole premise.
That's fair.
Oh, it's just... That's right, you can zoom.
Helps if you actually are able to actually see what we're playing. My bad.
We were too excited.
My bad. That was my mistake, guys. So we're just in the bottom corner. So you are able to actually see what we're playing. That was my mistake.
Head to Times Square. Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my backup from reaching the scene.
You got it. Almost there.
This almost seems like a family-friendly GTA. It's like you just want to roam around the city.
Yeah, it is.
Swing around.
Hello?
Parker, where are you?
That was
We'll
get to that.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Dealing with a personal issue. I'll be in soon. Promise. Better wrap this up quick and get to my real job. Looks like Yuri called in the cavalry.
Just it's so visually stunning. Like absolutely gorgeous. Like the power of this thing is incredible.
1032, Times Square. Officers under fire. Bring in the ham.
Feels very vibrant, very New York City.
Yep.
Very New York City.
As two Aussies.
As two Australians who one of us only knows what New York City looks like through film.
Yeah. I've never been either. So
two of us.
I've never been to New York, so
it feels like a movie though. And I think that's one of its best qualities.
Yep.
Morning, guys. Who's ready for their hot, fresh cup of bodily harm?
So yeah, you're gonna get
that's all right.
all the tutorial stuff.
Gotta warn you, I'm feeling punchy today. Get behind him!
Somebody just shoot him!
Man, Fisk has a lot of guys on his payroll.
Spider-Man, what's your status?
Almost done here. You?
We're about to go in.
Be there soon. Can't wait to see Willie's face when you slap the cuffs on him.
Oh, just so much satisfaction on that finishing blow.
Yep.
Okay, Yuri, all done. What's happening?
Oh, there's an explosion.
Yuri? Yuri! I knew Fisk wouldn't go quiet.
This game does stakes really well. You sort of get a good idea straight away that Spider-Man doesn't ever seem invincible.
No.
And that's kind of cool. There's a lot of video games where no matter what level of difficulty you play, you always get this like sense of I'm really okay. Whereas this one, especially with what's coming up early on, I was like, oh, man, like, you actually have to work in this game.
Yeah,
it's great.
It has this ability of just being very okay. So building up the stakes through the entire film, but it more so than most games. Like I know that's just general narrative storytelling, but
in a video, like, because I was going to say, like, you look at like Naughty Dog games, and I love Uncharted, I love The Last of Us, but there's always this sense of you're never as in much danger as you really are, especially with Uncharted. Uncharted's a hell of a lot of fun. I just finished replaying it. Yeah. Whereas in this one, I was like, okay, I kind of get a bit more of an idea that it's not all going to come to me pretty easy. And maybe a part of that's the open world format too.
Yeah, it could be.
Sorry to break it to you, but you do not got this, buddy. What's Spider-Man doing here? Oh, thanks for the confidence boost, guys.
One of my favorite mechanics.
Oh, I love I love basically webbing people up like that. Like that's my favorite ability in this entire game. There you are. Absolutely awesome. So, guys, who do we have in the chat? Guys, Malcolm says, "I love Yuri as Spider-Man. I remember when I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be so, it would be so meta to get Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man." That is also very true. That would have been cool. But I'm kind of happy they decided, no, we're doing our own thing. Like we're not going to potentially, have people think that it's part of a previous continuity. Like I remember people being upset that it wasn't Tom Holland, and I'm very glad after the story they told that it's not.
It's definitely, as you'll say, it's definitely a lot more of a mature Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And to say Peter Parker is mature is saying something.
About as mature as it can get.
Spider-Man, status.
Heading to the upper floors, and hoping nobody turns on the elevators.
Our choppers are taking fire. Looks like Fisk has armed men on every floor.
He's desperate.
And he's hitting us with everything he's got.
I have to find him and end this.
But what I love about this is that it basically introduces every single mechanic of the game that you're going to deal with.
Super,
in just a storytelling, a storytelling way. Like this never feels like a tutorial level.
No.
Even though it basically is.
What is all that noise?
Watching a superhero movie. What's up?
I just wanted to make sure we're still on.
I think that's just an evolution of video games as well, which it's definitely appreciated because it doesn't feel like it's a stilted opening. You're definitely 100% within the action straight away. We can only imagine how much better it's going to get with the sequel they're working on.
Oh God!
Next generation consoles. I know.
I just want it now.
So bad.
I'm actually a little annoyed that it's not going to be on this.
On the PS4.
Yeah, I mean, it might. They might do it for both, but yeah, I'm kind of
Depends how far away it is, I guess, as well.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't really want to buy a PS4 anytime soon. Like that's that's probably third on my list of what future console on the next generation of consoles. Like assuming I know the Switch is technically a next gen console technically.
Oh, true. Okay.
Because the Wii U had such a short life, so they're now out of sync with everyone.
In peace, the Wii U. I never had one, but
so because of that, they're now out of sync with everyone else.
And Nintendo have always been keen to do their own thing. Bless me, Amato.
So I'm whatever the next Nintendo is, that's more exciting for me. Or even if it's just a Switch Pro or whatever is more exciting for me than a PS4. But
imagine if they could make a Switch Pro, handheld that can 4K capabilities.
I don't even want 4K. I don't even care about 4K. I just want to be able to like play some of these games on the go. Like
This would be fun on a Switch. You can already tell.
That would never happen, but like I'd love to be able to play
Can you
like.
imagine with your Joy-Cons and you get to press like a Spider-Man.
Man,
We can dream.
yep.
God damn, I can dream.
So guys, what are some games that you guys would love to ever see on the Switch? Like I actually do want to make this into a video someday this like at some point. I want to make this in the future. Make that into a video of just okay, here are the games that I want to be able to see on Switch.
God, that looks good.
Says the guy frantically erasing his search history.
What I love about this,
True.
and this is maybe kind of spoilery, but he's right. Like Wilson fixing this is actually right.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting. Yeah.
Spider-Man is never emotionally outsmarted his villains. And I think they get that right in most of the films as well. I mean, look at the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie and the emotional trauma he goes through. And to be pretty much outsmarted by Green Goblin by the end of that movie.
Yeah.
And that carries on. I like how that carries on through Raimi's trilogy.
Like,
and they do it really well here.
Been a long, tough road, this. Almost sad to see it end.
And a very naive Spider-Man as well.
yep.
An explosion just.
I thought this could have the whole place wired. I'm sitting in a bomb unit.
I'll make sure no one gets in their way.
Right, that's right. That's an upgradable ability. God damn it. That's the other problem about going back and playing games like late after and not playing the new game plus version, but you're actually playing from the start
again.
and you don't have the abilities that you used to.
What was your
So picking them up and spinning them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Everyone clear out! Evacuate the building!
I heard more people back that way.
I'll find them.
Spider-Man! We can't move! We're pinned down!
I'll lift it. When you're free, get out fast. If you can walk, help the injured. Got it?
So the quick time mechanics in this, look, I don't hate them. I'm not a massive fan of quick time mechanics, but I don't hate them in this.
They're not overly frequent, which is good. You have a lot of free reign with the combat. You have a lot of free reign with swinging around the city. I feel like they're the two main things that they got right. Imagine if it was
quick time events.
quick time combat, yeah.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
How we doing, Captain?
Could be better. Our choppers took a beat.
And I just don't think the technology is there yet for us to be able to have a game that looks this good and then have a complete free reign. Like, obviously, there's a big quick time event
Why do I get the feeling that's what he was planning
later on in the game, like a huge. I think it was in the trailer.
Yeah.
There's the launch trailer. And I can't imagine an engine being able to run that.
No, like the ability to use quick time events so that they can actually tell the stories that they want to tell. Like, I get it.
Yeah. Completely fine.
Yeah. Oh, we have a rocket launcher. Okay.
Oh god, this opening! I forgot how long it is.
Yeah.
It's how they suck you in.
Yep.
I'm just going to quickly start Spider-Man. 4 hours later.
Oops.
Well, that is brutal. That was half your health almost.
Yep.
I mean, it is a rocket launcher. I can't be mad at the game for doing that.
Okay, that didn't actually work as well as I hoped.
Man, how the bomb squad guys get through this? Get him! Settle down. I've got enough for everybody. Keep him on
The quiz.
It's just this is what's missing, I think, in some of the movies is the feel of when he's actually Spider-Man, because it's harder to do that in a film.
Yeah.
And I think like I have issues with pretty much all three versions of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Okay.
And
You guys all right?
no one's ever really gotten both perfect until this, really.
I think that's a general consensus too. I'm not I like Spider-Man, but I'm not deeply invested in his lore. But even I was like, okay, I like the idea of like this has been I think you said it was my favorite iteration of Peter Parker and Spider-Man together. They just seem to get so many elements right. Oh, so good. It looks so good.
This all along? Oh, no, I'll never get that image out of my head.
It's just so much fun.
So your plan didn't work. On to plan B, getting kicked in the face.
It is Mother's Day tomorrow in Australia, and I'm going to buy my mother a gift after this. But I may be sneaking a copy of Spider-Man because I was in a really bad habit. I used to trade in all my games when I finished them because I was like, oh, just less to get new games. And now I'm more in the mindset like I'm actually enjoying going back and playing games now. So
yeah, I only ever I used to trade in a lot of games, and I've kind of stopped that just because so many of the games I love going back and playing them. If I finish it and I'm like, I will never play this again, maybe I'll trade it in. But I don't know. I just don't.
It's very rare.
Yeah, and I just don't ever find the value of trading in. Like it.
No.
Yeah.
God no. It's never, unless you're like, because then you've got to obviously trade it in towards something at their store as well for more value. And it's like, well, I'm getting more games. That's fine, but I definitely want to play this again.
My mate, who has been Xbox his entire life, bought a PS4 for this game.
Oh, I mean,
it's the first time
that's a good start.
And I'm the same. This is the first generation where I have owned all three consoles.
Technically, I had a Wii. I was Xbox 360 for a long time, and then I got a PS3 because I had a mate who played Borderlands 2. I played with him, and then I had a Wii at the same time, so I'm going to count that as. But like, I mean, I didn't play the Wii as much as I played the Switch, and I only just recently got a Switch, so so much fun.
Oh, I love my Switch.
I have lost many hours to Breath of the Wild.
Haven't started Breath of the Wild yet. I need to finish Luigi's Mansion, and then
Breath of the Wild would be a good one to do.
I'll probably go to.
That was so. But then, if people are ready for a 50-hour live stream, sit down in one go and finish it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm unashamed to say when I first did this boss battle, I died, which is, again, why I channel like could be I suck at games. But I just don't think I was prepared for it to be as
difficult as it is. Yeah, like it is not an easy boss fight.
And I'm such a hack and slash as well, so I'm only, as I get older and more mature in gaming, I'm only starting to realize how important defense mechanics are.
Yeah. Oh, good.
But so seamless from the gameplay to the cutscene. It's and it's funny because like I don't think people notice these things.
Yeah.
Obviously, like people who are really invested in gaming do, but the casual gamers, I don't know if they see these things as often, and it's quite incredible how they can do it.
Say the same to you. You know what to do.
Oh, good. More people.
You didn't think it'd be that easy. Oh, my God, he charges you. God damn it. So much fun.
I just wasted a focus bar on him on on one of the other guys instead of Fisk. So that sucks. I hate it. That's one other thing. Like I love the idea of the focus mechanic.
But there's no lock-on system in this game, is there?
No, not really.
I don't remember there being one.
You'll die as uselessly as you live.
Oh,
Your best shot.
Imbecile! Where are the reinforcements?
I don't know, boss.
that's a big boy. That's a big guy.
Yep.
Jesus, Jesus.
Damn it.
Your head.
I am so going to die.
Have you got a heal? Okay, you can down on D-pad.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Trying
I
to
don't
not
have a
use
lot.
it.
I don't have a lot left.
Fair.
Tiresome annoyance!
Hang in there. We'll be over soon.
Alright. Bugger.
You know, that's kind of exciting. I like that it continues on and it doesn't,
Yeah.
you know.
Tell you, oh, you failed.
Yeah.
Replay this event. Like,
So, should we kiss now?
That's a little throwback. That's a little throwback to the cinematic universe. Bless him.
Mahogan says, violence is not the answer. That is fair.
That's very true.
Very true.
I think we consider Spider-Man a little less lethal. Maybe.
Finally off to Rikers, huh? You know, I think you've got more enemies in there than I do.
If you think this will be more than a minor inconvenience...
Whoop, gotta go. Hey, good luck, Willie. I have a feeling you're gonna need it.
Idiot! I'm the one who kept order in this city!
But that's what I was saying. Like, he's true. He's right. Like, that's
Yeah.
where he's actually like, he's right. He did keep order.
Yeah.
It was, you know,
Kingpin is
not a good order, but he did keep order.
It stops a flurry of potential bad guys
Yes.
that may pop up in this game.
What suit did you used to play in?
I never changed suits. I've never been a cosmetics guy when it comes to games. I don't get to, not that I don't want to get invested into it. I was like, I can just play with it. What about yourself?
I would, as soon as I got the Holland
The
Holland one, the homecoming
Straight
one, that
onto
was
it.
it. I was onto that, and that was what I used. Alright. Because I love that suit so much. I
Yeah.
think that is one of the most one of the best designed suits. Alrighty, here we go.
Parker, where are you? The committee will be here soon. We need to run an equipment check.
I'm almost there. Blocks away.
Guess I'll just do it myself.
No, don't. It's not safe.
One of the best parts about this movie is that about this game.
You can basically call it a movie. Yeah.
Is this reveal coming up?
Oh, God,
I think it
remember,
is
yeah.
absolutely just genius, and I'm really, really hoping that the movies do the same thing. Like, I know that you want them to also be kind of different, but for this, I would love it if the movies did the same thing.
I agree, and I think you have an immediate emotional investment, especially if you are a fan of the movies, Spider-Man movies in general.
Yeah,
in the sense of like, you kind of get an idea what the stakes are already.
Yeah,
and the game could turn that on its head. It had the opportunity to do it, and it's not that it doesn't, but without spoiling anything, obviously. But awesome reveal coming up. I love that they use Spider-Man at the PlayStation 5 tech reveals about loading times. And it's just like, oh.
I'm sorry I'm late.
It's a very cool shot.
Started without me.
The grant committee's director will be here soon.
Who played?
It's fine, Parker.
Oh, sorry,
I invented
Octane,
this
yes.
equipment. I think I can handle it.
It's just genius that like also the fact that they didn't reveal that is just
Now, because they didn't, I don't recall him being in any of the trailers.
it was always on
Maybe we should abort.
Not yet.
it was always a surprise until because I mean that without it that would have spoiled the big reveal that's later in the game.
Yes.
And that shot was always in the trailer. That scene was always in all of the trailers,
Without
and then it
any
cut
context,
to wait, who are you? Oh, wait, who are you? And then as soon as because this was actually played by this whole opening sequence was played by critics before the game was released,
Right.
and they
Is anyone hurt?
and when people were coming out and they were talking about that scene, they went, we know who it is. And even though they never played that scene, you know who it is.
Yeah,
like
put that together, two and two together. Yeah.
I assure you, in the next phase.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Is there somewhere else we can discuss this?
Maybe you should take the rest of the day off, Peter. But we'll talk later.
can hear the fan from the PS4.
I love the PS4. That's always the hardest part about gaming when my partner's asleep as well, because ours is in the lounge room and it just echoes through the house. And I've just got this loud ass PS4 fan.
Now I know a lot of people aren't a massive fan of these little mini games. I like them. I don't
like
know.
them,
They're a bit of they're a bit of fun. Like,
Let's see what's wrong with you.
grabbing the iPad.
Is this
Sorry, the Sony Bravo, whatever it is.
Circuit burned out. Damn it. If I'd been here to do the pre-check, I would have caught this.
Now, do you remember this, or is it just comes to you?
Well, that one's
That's
pretty
quite
easy.
Okay, reroute servo control.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, what next? Now rebalance the voltage.
Oh, that's right. We got
The voltage, so we have math.
this early in the morning. God damn.
That's right. It tricks you into thinking that you.
Finished.
Yeah. I love the score in this game as well.
It is incredible. Even just that opening theme on the menu screen is amazing.
Let's see if that worked.
I love that companies are, and I think PlayStation and Sony are definitely, this generation of consoles has been really good about making a lot more of an immersive experience with things like soundtrack. And it's not like they've been negated in the past, but there's a lot more noticeability with it these days. And maybe because I've played more Sony exclusives than Microsoft exclusives, but
I mean, Microsoft don't really have many exclusives.
yeah.
Doc was testing a new contact material for the prosthetic.
I don't love this one, but
I'm
I'm not the biggest fan of this one. But
never loved it.
then again, it's
you need the mini games. It's
yeah.
It breaks up the combat and the exciting stuff so much. It does it so well.
Strong, but there's a lot of impedance. Better tell Doc to keep looking for other materials.
Okay.
All right. I should get out of here before I screw things up for Doc even more.
Alrighty. Let's go keep being Spider-Man. Actually, no, I think we gotta go see Aunt May now. I think.
Introduce all the characters.
Yep.
Aunt May's such a saint in this game.
Oh,
I mean, she's a saint in general, but
Yeah.
like she's a saint in this game.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent of Raimi's trilogies, Aunt May. Even though I assume the internet consensus is Marissa Tomei is everyone's favorite Aunt May.
I mean,
Spider-Man
I
P4.
think I really like her as Aunt May.
She's
but
fun Aunt May.
Again, it's a completely different version.
Super
Like
different. It's a lot younger than Spider-Man too, I guess.
yeah.
And Electro and the rest. This should be honored.
Gone are the days with 30-year-old Tobey Maguire's playing a high school student.
Gotta
Yeah,
see the
exactly.
benefit from your unique skill set.
For you, Yuri.
I feel like it would have been weirder if Marissa Tomei was Tobey Maguire's Aunt May.
Maybe just a little bit.
Huh. Looks like Jameson's got a new episode out.
I love what they do with
Yeah.
Jameson.
So good.
This is Just the
Right
Facts
wing
with
nut,
J.
I
Jonah
love it.
Jameson, where listeners like you discuss the issues affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize-winning 2-time Pulitzer Prize-winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle. Hey, plug the book. And as always, if you order Mr. Jameson's books, Spider-Man, Threat, or Menace, within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy at no extra charge.
No personalizations. Don't ask. Not gonna get it.
That's
Welcome to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, alerting you to the threats you don't even know about. Let's dive right into the calls. Speed.
I don't know if they're specifically basing it on anyone. However,
Mm.
it's a very Alex Jonesy sort of vibe, and I love it.
Police officer. Prosecutor. Maybe an award-winning reporter with decades on the job like me. No, I'm a plumber. Fix my toilet and shut up. Let me explain something to you about crime bosses. As soon as one goes down, every punk with a gun, a tracksuit, and a drawer full of gold chains decides he's the next godfather.
It is very well written.
Gang war in the streets, but does that whip-headed
I have so much respect for game writers too, because I never forget. I remember seeing an Instagram post about the script for GTA 5, and it was
Yeah.
like that thick, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Holy moly!" I found it hard writing a 20-page short film once, let alone
Yeah.
entire video game. This new modern form of storytelling. I love it.
Mahogan says science rhymes with compliance. You know what doesn't rhyme with science? Neurotoxin, or with compliance, whatever.
Look, you're not wrong. That's for sure.
Fair enough. So, why'd you call? Need a date to the policeman's ball?
You got a black and white suit? No ball this year anyway. We spent too much integrating Oscorp surveillance tech.
Worth it though, right?
I like what they do with Oscorp, and
An hour.
I actually just really love how they do all of this. Like, I don't really have anything negative about how they use the characters.
No.
Like, I pretty much am like, no, I really enjoy everything that
Right now we need to get the tower
the way that they do it.
The way they integrate it is very, very well done, because it doubles down on the established universe. It doubles down on the fact that like this isn't, fresh Spider-Man dealing with new things. Like he knows people who are crime villains in the city. He knows things that are already happening, and it's good because you now know he works with Oscorp.
Yeah.
If you're new to the game, I mean, like if you're new to the character of Spider-Man, you know that he works with Oscorp. So if you haven't seen anything, but you don't assume much, bad's gonna come from it. And then for those who are average fans, or I feel like there's enough deep lore for long-time fans and hardcore fans as well. That's always a hard balance with creating stories like this.
So you know, I had to sync up with the tower to fix it. I'm seeing all crime data in the area now. Looks like there's a break-in happening near me.
Great. I've got units nearby.
Don't bother. I'm on it.
And I thought I didn't sleep a lot, but imagine being Spider-Man.
this is one element of the game I'm not the biggest fan of is the grindiness of the crimes. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
That they do become very grindy towards the end of the game.
Well, that's once you finish because I'm assuming you're in the same boat as me. And once I'd finished the main story, and I was doing these little ones along the way, but you have a certain amount in each area of New York that you have to do.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, and I don't always 100% complete games. Like if I feel like I'm done with a game with its story, I'm happy to leave it. But I had so much fun with this game that
I 100% of this.
I had to 100% it as well.
100% of this. I very rarely 100% games too. Like I think, like I did it for Arkham Asylum, but I didn't do. I did it for Arkham and City, but I didn't do it for
Arkham Knight.
Because Knight was
Arkham Knight was a big grind.
Yeah,
and I was not a fan of the Batmobile combat. But look, they tried something new.
Yeah,
bless them for trying. I'm so.
Christopher in the chat says this Spider-Man game is badass. Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Back off, creep.
Yep, she's the one.
I said back off. Leave me alone.
Keep it quiet, lady.
Get away from her.
Even though they are quick time events, I don't mind the ones where you are chasing the cars as well. They seem like they're a bit more energetic than just the basic combat system.
I like that they basically reincorporate though Fisk into this.
Yes. It never, it doesn't feel like just tacked on, just, your everyday criminal. They're definitely serve a bit more of a purpose. Do you think we'll see a port of this to PS5?
Oh, definitely. Unless they
just rely on the backwards compatibility.
Unless that's the thing. If there is, I wouldn't be surprised if this game is backwards compatible, but yeah.
And just, you can download an optimized update or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Inside Xbox?
No, I haven't watched that yet. Wasn't getting up at 1 a.m. to watch it.
That was their buzzword, optimize for Series X.
I do like how Xbox is doing it where they're not releasing several copies. They're just releasing one. Christopher says this game has by far the best side missions of all the Spider-Man games. That I do agree with. I'm not the biggest fan of most of the Spider-Man games. I think Spider-Man 2 is fun.
I remember Spider-Man 2 being insanely entertaining.
3 is... I never played 3 on the PS3, which is what they built it for. I played the PS2 version, which was basically a very rundown version of it. So I can't speak to Spider-Man 3's quality. But a lot of the standalone games, I just were not the biggest fan.
And I never played the movie games. I never played the Amazing Spider-Man.
I played the first one. I was not a fan of that one. But anyway.
But no, easily the best side missions in the Spider-Man game verse. Oh my god, I just realized how amazing would it be to have this iteration of Spider-Man in Spider-Verse 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Might happen.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I can modify these towers to track more than just crimes.
Have Yuri come back and do it. Be good. Be really good, actually.
Be awesome. But yeah, I can definitely see myself playing this again on PS5.
Yeah. Towers are picking up all kinds of RFID signals now, including one nearby. What is that?
I do love this, but then at the same time, this is one of those things where I'm like, oh, I have to redo all these again.
Yeah, it's the one grind aspect where it's sort of like once you've done it once, it's fine.
Yeah.
Replayability, okay.
But that's why I love the new game plus, because you don't have to do it all over again. You're like, oh, I've already got it.
I've got everything, yeah.
I forgot I attached tracking dots to these.
The backpacks. They were big pigeons.
Yeah.
I know it's such a weird thing to say, but I was like, they're very large. Maybe they just feed them differently in New York compared to the pigeons we get in Australia.
Mm-hmm. Didn't think this Spider-Man game would become pigeon talk.
No, neither did I. It's caught me off guard.
On it. Part man, part spider. Oh, God.
I used to love these ones once you get all the upgrades, because all it takes is one bomb and you just like you're in and they're all gone and they're all done. You're like, okay, cool, that was easy.
I think there's such a, and I know everyone has different gaming tastes. Oh, I love this one. Different gaming tastes, but I think, especially when I'm watching people play on YouTube and Twitch and things like that, I do enjoy much more watching these story-based games, because I think there's a bit more of a relatability aspect. You can sort of see how different people react to different story beats emotionally and stuff, and sort of appreciate the games. Obviously, like COD Warzone's huge at the moment, and I find it really hard to watch people play that.
Yeah.
Because I suck at it, first of all. I've played 4 games of Warzone in my life, and I've not placed well. But I think it's a lot more interesting as a story, and that's probably just a personal preference as well. With sort of games I like. But
yeah, I much prefer story-based games. I am trying to find that multiplayer game that that I can sink my teeth into and actually like maybe start doing online and doing that. But
do you think you find more like a cooperative game would probably be better for that? Like
I'm trying to think, I think honestly, like probably if I'm probably going to do it, it would probably be something like Splatoon 2 or Mario Kart, just something that's
fun.
Yeah, like I really do want to start doing Mario Kart and just playing that, because I play that so often anyway, and I suck at it. So
I'm awful at Mario Kart, but I always go back to it.
Yeah, it's just fun.
A quick Grand Prix, and then I'm like, and by the 4th race in the Grand Prix, I'm doing well.
Nervous in the face of imminent triumph. They'll calm down. They always do.
Should I head back to the lab for cleanup?
No. I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow. We'll resume tomorrow. Short break, then back to creating the future.
Wish I could bottle and sell that man's optimism. Sounds like he's left the lab for the day. Good time to work on my stuff in private.
No rest for the wicked, hey?
No.
Or for Peter Parker.
I do just love the city, and if I wasn't trying to get through all the story modes, I would actually like start throwing around in the city.
There's an element that once you've done a few of the story missions and you've unlocked a few of the things, you get a bit more free. You feel like you have a bit more free. It's the same as like Grand Theft Auto. Like once you've done a few missions, especially number 5, you've unlocked all 3 characters. You get a bit more of a sense of, freedom, I guess.
Yeah. Mahogany says pigeons were bred to be very large in the 1800s as a mode of transportation before the creation of the subway system and personal jetpacks, both of which are commonplace today.
It's true. Thank you for bringing those facts to light. I do like that pigeon talkers now.
Yep. Pigeon talk.
That's brilliant.
Oh man, created a new show called Pigeon Talk.
Yeah. You just got to give the people what they want. If it's pigeon talk. And how we've evolved. We used to ride pigeons, and now we have webs shooting out of our hands, so we don't need pigeons anymore. Obsolete.
Parker, Dr. Octavius, what you got there?
Chinese. If I know you'd be here, I would. What are you working on?
Oh, just a side project.
What a big move to reveal this very early too.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then also to take it back.
Yeah.
Like,
It's obvious. Let me explain. I only wish you told me sooner. I wanted to, but I was afraid that if word got out, my family would be in danger.
Yes. I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe. Well, I'll leave you to it.
It's just they
It's very
do
well done.
such a great job of building up that relationship between the two of them. That, yeah.
Check your email. Hope this isn't how Doc fires me.
Peter, the revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter. Is that the right term? Is a reminder of the good man and partner you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find time to help others. I hope you don't mind, but I noticed the suit was a bit damaged, and I took the liberty of sketching up some of my own improvements. Attached are a few ideas I had on how you could enhance his suit and help protect Spider-Man, who does so much for this city. Looking forward to the incredible work that we are doing and changing the world together. Your partner and friend, Otto. White Spider, huh?
That's a very cool suit. I do like that suit.
Yeah.
That should do it.
Today on Pigeon Talk, statues suck. Am I right?
Is this a pigeon watching watching this live stream?
Oh man. And talk about our favorite movie, Spies in Disguise.
Oh god, yes, Spies in Disguise is the best movie with a pigeon ever made. That screening was I was shocked to see that incredibly well received.
Yeah, same here.
We're
not the biggest fans of
we
that.
were not. It was because we went to that one together. That's
Yeah.
And I remember when we got in there and I looked at the banner.
You had no
I
idea
looked at you and I was like,
Wait.
what is this movie? I'd never seen a trailer and I was just like, there's a lot of pigeons on this screen.
I was like, wait, you have no idea what you're in for?
No
dude.
idea what I was doing. I just knew Tom Holland and Will Smith were in it.
Oh, man.
Contrary to, considering it's pretty much our second jobs reviewing movies, I actually don't watch a lot of trailers because I'm like, I like to.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just like to, know as little as I can going in.
Yeah, no, I'm one of the weird ones. I watch as many trailers as I can.
I
love
think
watching
you're one of
trailers.
the normal ones. I think I'm one of the weird ones who stay away from as much content as possible, considering I need to be on the button with a lot of what we do.
Did you watch the trailer for Staten Island?
I haven't. No, that's what I'll stay away from as well. Because I'm really excited for that movie in general.
See, I was
the trailer good?
Yeah, I was iffy, and that trailer actually made me go, "Oh wow, no, I'm really looking forward to this." Actually,
Well, because I know already a little bit about the story of Pete Davidson, so I'm I get that there's a bit of seriousness already, but
I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call it the Pete Davidson story.
It's just elements of his life are used.
Yeah, it's kind of more just a
Judd Apatow movie.
Yeah,
an early days Judd Apatow movie.
Yeah,
not This Is 40.
I could be proud.
Which isn't bad actually. I like this one.
Can't believe Spider-Man finally won. It ain't over. It's over. Oh, I know. I remember when he was a punk kid and the boss used to hand him his ass on the regular. I thought the boss killed him one time. Lenny said there's more than one Spider.
No, I failed that one, but oh well.
Oh, more excuse to jump down and.
I'm not Batman.
This is making me really want another Arkham game, which I read recently that they are currently working on.
Well, apparently the Superman one got cancelled.
There's going to be a Superman game?
So Rocksteady were working on a Superman game. and then that got
I do recall
cancelled.
that. Yeah,
Apparently,
that'd be a tough game to make.
yeah. Superman's a real hard one to make because he is so invulnerable, and how do you make that interesting?
And I don't see the flying mechanics being as fun as like having to swing around or having to use Batman's gadgets to get places. Where if I can just fly around, fly into a villain, fly away, come back, fly around, fly into a villain, fly away. Like it seems a little less.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know if that's what they were doing for the Superman game, but look, Rocksteady have outdone themselves with combat before and making interesting games. I think Arkham City is one of the best games ever made. I love that game.
Yeah.
I love that ending of that game. Which
The ending of that game is well.
On this. The ending of that game is so powerful.
It is.
It was one of the first games I played where it was sort of like the impact of story affected me more than enjoyment of the game, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think that the way they actually do the story in that game is just so much better than the actual. Like the story holds up better than really a lot of elements from the game because it's actually quite. It's funny when you play it now. You actually go, oh wow, this is actually like quite outdated.
It's very clunky and
yeah, like there's quite a few things that are dated about it.
Like it's just very jolted combat.
Yeah,
like, that would be one of the biggest things. Yeah.
Great.
Dang, looks like they called their buddies. Oh, hey, more guys. Welcome to the party. House rules. Leave your shoes at the door. Unless you're not wearing socks. In which case, buy some socks already.
He's just.
That's my favorite sort of quip. A quip that just goes on a bit too long. There's a point where it's funny, and then it goes on a bit long where it's not funny, and then it just goes a little bit further. Like, okay, you want me back? Like
Yeah.
that's. Oh, bombs, that's right. This is all coming back to me.
Oh, anyone want to surrender? No?
So apart from this, for this series of live streams, what are you playing at the moment?
At the moment, really, I'm going through Luigi's Mansion. I'm trying to finish that. I just finished Super Mario Odyssey.
God,
I just finished
so much good.
The first,
So much good.
the first section.
Right. Yeah. No, big game.
Yeah.
Insanely great game, but big game.
Yeah. So.
Do you find you have a counter game for like if you do you run multiple games at once, or do you just stay on one path until it's completed?
I'll generally try and stay on the one path.
Yeah.
I don't really do a whole bunch of games.
Cross gaming.
Yeah, like it's kind of like I'll generally stay on the one path, and then if I'd ever get really bored, my go-to, I guess,
like a counter game or something.
No, what the comfort game I guess would be Banjo. Like when I'm just like I just need something to do, I'll just play Banjo Kazooie. But that's
construction sites throughout the city, betting their fronts too.
That's always been
the go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah. An insane amount of fun. Love the Banjo games.
I really, really, really want them to come to Switch.
Oh, it'd be almost dumb not to. Once Microsoft and Nintendo get
if they can actually like
get more
sort
friendly,
it out,
yeah,
it would be great.
They're on the way though.
Yep. Hopefully.
Available unit. Report of assault in progress. Please proceed to Bowery.
when I was playing Uncharted. I was in the middle of Uncharted 3, and Crash Bandicoot Remastered was on sale, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna pick that up. And I was like, it'd be a cool counter, like I'm shooting lots of people and some emotional stuff in the Uncharted games. I'm like, it'd be good to have a counter. I was getting so stressed out playing Crash Bandicoot that Uncharted became my counter game to calm me down after playing Crash Bandicoot.
Oh wow!
And now I'm playing Resident Evil 7, which is a horror game, and I'm still using that as a counter to goddamn Crash Bandicoot.
Photography since quitting the Bugle. God, how much I enjoy it. Should keep an eye out for more landmarks to shoot.
But I do like that they do fall into that. Like, he has a history.
Yes.
Like, you really get an understanding of what his history is.
Hello?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
Okay, got some time to kill. Let's see what's happening out in the city.
All right, let's go explore the city.
It's good to see that developers have clicked on, though, that we need things like that. Like, especially if you're going for an existing property, you need some sort of establishment in there that's going to,
Yeah, give you that little bit of timeline.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what you've,
And it's easier to get invested. Way easier to get invested.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. That, yeah, when you have your history and you've actually got this is the history of... This is the history of this character. Yeah. It's a lot easier for you to get invested in that sort of stuff.
So much easier.
Oh, you started without... Hi, Mr. Muggins. This is about the rent.
Mr. Park. Third and final warning. Eviction proceedings.
Wait, I get paid at the end of the week. Oh.
Eviction proceedings will start
Spider-Man's
Friday.
got problems too.
Yeah.
Imagine if that basketball hoop was in
Interactive
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much potential.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter, we're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
Cool. I'm on my way.
I love that we're not bombarded with characters super early on, because we're playing for about an hour,
Yeah.
and we're, in a campaign. The campaign runs for about 20 hours, I think, if I recall correctly.
It's a pretty long campaign, yeah.
So they do a good job of, we've sort of dished out a few characters at a reasonable pace early on. Haven't met Aunt May yet.
Nope.
Obviously, we're about to. Haven't met certain other characters yet.
Yeah.
Who are all coming to me now.
No, you're right. It is good.
Attention unit. Reports of a narcotics sale in progress.
Can't go to that narcotics sale.
Nope.
Cake to eat with Aunt May. You keep your drugs today. That's some more.
Mr. Lee's probably in the kitchen getting ready for the party.
Hey, Peter.
On your first playthrough, did you just interact with everything, or are you very much you get to the checkpoint and get it done?
Depends on the game.
Yeah,
this one I did go through to everything because I did want to do everything.
You want to learn everything about
yeah. But right now, I'm trying to just get to the checkpoint.
Keep it interesting.
Right on time.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep her distracted. I'll get everything ready. You got it.
Very good character, Mr. Lee.
Hey, there's my favorite aunt.
I think the way they handle Mr. Lee is incredible.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna keep saying that. The way they handle this character is incredible.
I mean, not yet. I mean, I came to, I just wanted to talk.
Okay.
Peter, are you in trouble? Do you need money? No, I mean, I'm a little behind on my rent, but no.
Girl problems again, huh?
What? No, that's crazy.
I still wish you and MJ could work things out. She's a great girl.
She is.
The two of you would make some beautiful babies. Peter, what is it? Come on, you can tell me.
These past few years, you helping me through college and working here, sacrificing so much and asking for nothing. I just wish there were more people like you in the world.
He's right. 5 years ago, you walked in here and told me you were inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me. Thank you, man, forever. Here's for many more years of service.
That's a huge bit of cake.
Yep.
Thanks again for setting all this up.
I just wish I could do more.
Well, May's always told me if you help someone,
You'd help everyone. Maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.
I gotta run. Thanks again for the party and everything. It really means a lot.
I guess you could probably fit lots into your day if you're Spider-Man. You get to swing everywhere. You don't have to worry about traffic.
Yeah. No traffic. No worrying about traffic. No worrying about any of that. Which is, I guess, good.
Happy? Your aunt's in the back.
I do like these Peter Parker sections though, like where you can play as Peter.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Like,
well, it gives you more time as a player to sort of get in with, get to know the character a bit more intimately, which is, again, it's what story-based games are doing so well over the past sort of 5 to 10 years. And we'll hopefully keep doing better. Like we see improvements so much. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what they do in number 2.
Yeah. No, it'll be exciting. Definitely.
Voicemail from Yuri.
Hey, silent alarm at the auction house holding Fisk's estate sale just tripped. Could you check it out? Quietly? I don't want to make a scene if it's nothing.
Fisk estate sale. Sounds fun. Wonder what the Kingpin had hidden in his closets.
But again, like this all very much is the the first act of the story. Like we are still like nowhere into the story.
There is, I sort of remember when the first act sort of finished and it's that first big villain reveal. And I was like, oh my god, we're so far into the game already.
Yeah, I had to get to the lab. Sorry.
Don't apologize. I just wanted to tell you how much what you said meant to me. I always wonder if I'm doing right by you.
Well, stop wondering. After losing my parents and Uncle Ben, there are so many times I would have fallen apart if not for you.
Well, that works both ways, Peter. I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
May, I don't know what to say.
Oh, I think Mr. Lee needs my help. I should go. See you soon, dear. I love you.
Love you too.
Just this design of the world is just so incredible.
It's a
Yuri said quietly. Better find a back way in.
I am losing patience. Where is the file?
There's someone else here. They must have taken it.
Those masks. Who are these guys?
There's no one here but us. We will find the file, or you will die.
This is bad. They'll kill her if I alert them. Need to pick them off silently.
And
Yuri.
welcome to the Arkham
I was just thinking that, yeah.
Hostage. Looks like a heist in progress.
Copy that.
Except Batman didn't have that flexibility,
Hmm.
unfortunately, in his suit.
Nah.
Can do.
But that's great. There's the emphasis. Yeah, I sure should do this silently. So you mean I can't go down there and just kick everyone's ass?
Oh, but I want to.
Don't want to alert the others.
But again, it just becomes another, this is how they do their training.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
This looks so cozy lit up like that. Should web him from above.
That's pretty sick.
That wouldn't be fun because they wouldn't find you.
That's it. Hey. Spider-Man's not going to remember the one guy who's left in the vent.
That was silent.
Yeah.
I did a very good job of being very silent then.
Yeah, no one's dead, so that's all good. They didn't hear you in the next room. Video game logic.
If they're here, where are they?
金针大殿有开了。
啊？哪来的？
Ow.
And they use slow motion well in this game. It never feels overdone.
Yeah.
Hey, what is that?
I know this camera. The change they make to her is well done. That they go, no, she's a journalist.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
Don't move.
Because it makes sense as to why she's here. So
yeah.
Hey, Pete.
MJ? What are you doing here?
Same as you. Working. At least, was.
Oh, I think this is yours.
Yeah, thanks.
So Robbie's got you covering a break-in for the Bugle?
Well, Robbie doesn't technically know I'm here. And it wasn't a break-in until a few minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
Let me explain.
that's right. Now it gets the
15 minutes earlier.
bold strategy going into the MJ gameplay. Worked out well though.
I know a lot of people hate this, but I really enjoy it.
I think it's fun. It adds an element to the story. It's sort of
Hi, Mary Jane Watson. I'm covering the Fisk Estates.
Hello. Craig said we'd do this tomorrow.
I like to get a jump on things.
Well, I don't. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, Craig? No, sorry. It looks like we're going to have to run something else on the cover. I don't know. Maybe the expressionist piece?
You know what? I think I can make today work. Right, sure. You're here. No moment like the present.
Thank you. Craig? Never mind. We're good.
Let's get started.
I like the phone had the dial device. Who's
Yeah.
she talking to though?
There was like a random number. Like
Wes.
I think it was
So
just like
good.
the yeah.
We're waiting by the Baku statue when you're ready to begin.
Can do.
This cut Peter open like a pork sausage with this the first time they fought.
I really love that they told her.
Yeah.
Like I'm liking that.
There's still many in Nurse MJ.
I like that many of
Get
the
over this image. So much tension.
Spider-Man stuff right now are getting to a point where they're like, no, you know what? We don't need.
Yeah.
We don't need him to have his secret identity to his family.
Yeah, like the main people in his life we've known for long enough that they don't. Like the reveal of him being Spider-Man has lost its weight because we've seen it so many times before.
Exceptional taste.
Did you know him well before his arrest?
In a professional context, I handled many of his sales. Let's move on, please. Now, this exquisite piece exemplifies the traditional Tarashikoni puddle ink effect.
The two Neo are so imposing. I can see why Fisk liked this piece. Definitely his style.
You love the duality. Destruction screams, but creation toils in silence.
Was there ever
It's a very
anything irregular
Fisk
in
thing
the
to love.
situation for him?
No, of course not. Not that I was aware of.
I do love that she's just like completely faking her way through all of this.
A friend in the DA's office mentioned that Fisk used art sales to launder stolen goods.
I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, I know. I was just wondering, now that he's arrested, if you had ever noticed anything strange.
You know what? I'm actually running short of time. Why don't we grab the cover photo while we can?
When I told my DA friend I was doing a piece on you, he mentioned your name was familiar.
Just the photo, please. Stand right there.
Are you sure there's nothing you'd like to say, maybe off the record, regarding Fisk's activities?
I don't think your readers would have any interest in... Damn it. Wait here, please.
Wait, I recognize that statue. You gotta get a photo. That it.
Craig, I'll call you back. My dear, I think it's time for you to go.
Oh, could I use the restroom real quick?
Fine. Follow me.
We seem to have dropped out for a second there. Not sure why. Good old Australian internet.
Oh, we love it. We love it in this area, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hello, Craig. Funny you should call. Because the reporter you sent is clearly not working the puff piece we agreed to. No, she's here.
What reporter?
I've got to get into that back room. If that statue is what I think it is, this just turned into a huge story.
I mean, he'd have to reschedule it. If she's not your reporter, who is she, Craig? Who is in my auction house? Oh my god. No, I do not trust you to fix this.
Oops.
He told me about this. Fisk used it to hide evidence. Why did the cops take it? I know this statue opens.
Oh, that's right. With the mini game coming up. That's right.
You've got to grab stuff. I'm just can't remember what you've got to grab.
Are there any clues in here? Statue can move. Most common pose is latent power. Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward. Maybe these pieces move.
Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward.
Okay.
It wasn't when you select the palm, though, was it? On the...
Catalog mentioned 2 poses. Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward.
Oh, there we go. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's. I remember there being something tricky about this. I had to do something.
That's the Neo behind them. She certainly is cozy with Fisk.
That's right. You don't do it. You can't do that. You've got to do that instead. That's right.
Mentioned 2 poses. Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward.
And then face the head that way.
To the left.
Yeah.
Catalog
And then it was mouth closed, I think.
Mouth closed, left arm. Nice.
There we go.
So close. But a piece is missing.
I'm pretty sure it's
I've seen these before.
that one. There we go. There we go.
That's it.
Magic.
Norman Osborn. What is this?
The interconnectivity with the characters is so cool.
Yeah.
What the?
Oops.
Excuse me, sir. You can't be. Not good.
Not good. Not good.
Where's the statue?
In there.
把文件找出来。
I was on my way to the exit when I saw you.
You're lucky to be alive.
This is the guy I saved 5 minutes ago. Listen, whoever these masked guys are, they're after this file. But I'll never get it out of here while the place is swarming with them.
Right. Okay. You hide back there. I take out the bad guys. You make a break when it's clear.
Sounds like a plan. Good to see you, Pete.
Yeah, you too. Not exactly how I pictured us meeting again, though.
Funny. It's exactly how I pictured it.
Well, that's so good. I love that dynamic.
Yeah.
Did she change your perfume? Focus, Pete, focus.
Yes. All right. Of course.
Should clear these guys out before I push forward.
Okay, Pete, I'm hitting near the front. Give the word and I'll make a break for it.
Will do. How about that file? What's in it that these guys want so bad?
Notes on something called Devil's Breath. Fisk was hired to build a secret research lab for it. Not clear what Devil's Breath is, but it seemed as
Ow.
That's just like everyone's banged their head on something at some point in their life, and just to know that that's a solid metal bar.
Yeah, that's gonna knock him out.
That's some facial injuries.
Yeah.
But violence is never the answer, as the chat has taught us today.
No. Well, we might finish this mission and then I think call it a day.
All this has made me want to do is play the game again. I love this game. It's so good.
你被入，没有漏洞，好像蜘蛛捅破了我们的防守。是吧？打在这儿。
Oops. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
That was a little.
That was brutal.
Okay. Oops.
That was very violent.
Spider-Man messed up.
Consequences for actions, Peter.
Yep.
It's cool how games do that now as well. You don't really know you've messed up until, like, the cutscene seems so seamless. I remember when I was playing The Last of Us and I was on the last mission and I did something and it went to a cutscene and something happened. I was like, oh shit, is that the end of the game? And then I realized, oh no, I messed up.
Yeah.
Severely. It's good. It's the old yeah, I gotcha moment.
Where am I meant to go?
Do you have that Spider-Man sense where or are you supposed to be going? That's the
Don't.
ladies' room. Jacob, how dare you? Is there any vents you have to go through to the next room? Oh no, that's just off the top again. There we go.
All right. So, oh, there's someone back here. There you are. Oh, great.
That's all right. I just had to kill him. Yeah. Oh.
Ow.
Yeah, jeez.
Stop!
No. Hide. Not cool with the hostage taking, guys. Whoa, what is up with that glowing stuff on your hands? Are you guys ghosts? Never fought a ghost before. I mean, I've fought specters, but, you know, technically specters aren't ghosts. All ghosts are specters, but not all specters are ghosts. You know what I mean?
Spitting those science facts. I think that's science.
I don't know.
Not a ghost thing. All good.
I heard specters in Ghostbusters, so I'm just leading to believe that they're not real as well, but I don't know.
This guy seems like he's going to be fun.
Oh yeah. How good. A little miniature boss battle. That's actually, I will say the boss battles in this game are a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, not that way. Oh, there's more of these. Okay. Didn't realize there were more of you. Okay.
They don't stop coming. Look at them go. He's like, I can try. Did you just jump off that statue and punch him?
Yep.
That was sick. I didn't even know you could do that.
Daily cardio?
That's right. That's really was very.
And then the mask, and yeah.
Huh. Looks antique. I think I know someone who could help track down where this came from.
Oops.
Jump later.
I just talked to Craig. You are not the reporter he was sending. You don't even work for Heritage Arts. Never said I did.
Hi, Mary Jane Watson, Daily Bugle.
You will not write a word of what you saw.
For the
here.
record, what do you know about the file those masked men stole?
That I don't.
What about the long history of stolen goods Fisk has laundered at this auction house?
The editor will be hearing from our attorney.
Oops.
I do love the texting.
It's very 2018. So
Like the last 6 months never happened?
Smooth operator. Good one, Peter.
Yep. Well, with that, we might leave it there. Thank you for that. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. It's definitely made me want to play it again. Definitely want to keep watching you play it as well. So it's a great game. It's a fantastic game.
I have no idea, but I'm still glad it makes these fries.
Totally. Best in city.
So, how's the grind at the Bugle?
Forgot that was another cutscene.
Yeah. I was like, well, you know.
I just got an all caps text from Robbie about my so-called antics tonight. I'm meeting with the legal team. Again.
As soon as he reads the article you're gonna write, guaranteed promotion.
Their relationship in this game is amazing. I
It
do
is.
love their relationship in this game.
What's your take?
Just another night in the city. What's your take?
I feel like there's a bigger story there. Let's not make this all about business. How's it going with you? Did you get that promotion?
No, but we're on the cusp of something really big.
You know Oscorp would hire you in a heartbeat, right? One phone call to hit.
Sure, but Dr. Octavius' work will help millions. Right where I live, right where I should be.
Well, sounds like it's more important than your other job. I've never heard you talk like that before.
A lot can change in 6 months.
Why did you ask me here, Pete?
Oh, just dinner between friends.
Friends. Is that what we are?
Maybe we could be, you know, if that's what you wanted.
There's a lot of baggage here.
It's good. It feels so grounded.
It does.
It's
Not
good.
so bad. I mean, baggage can carry good things too, like money and keys.
Do you remember why we broke up?
That's exactly why.
Love seeing you two together.
Oh, bless.
You always were my favorite.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, guys. And with that, we are going to call that a night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us as we played Spider-Man PS4.
So much fun.
It's a lot of fun. I love
Love
this game. I really do enjoy this game. It is actually genuinely a lot of fun and just a really awesome all-around game.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, Nick, where can the good people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Nick's Flickstix. I do movie reviews, 60-second movie reviews. They're easily digestible, but you know, there could be some gaming stuff coming too. This isolation has not provided a lot of chances to watch movies. I've played a lot of games, so a bit of game talk on there as well. So yeah, on Instagram.
Well, guys, you can also find us here, obviously, at the Finally Tailored YouTube channel. Tomorrow, make sure you do check us out. We're going to be doing our scores and soundtracks bracket. Very excited. Taylor will be back, and it will be a lot of fun. So until then, guys, my name is Jacob Blunden. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode, and we will hopefully see you next week with more of Spider-Man PS4. Until then, bye.
See ya.